Guys, welcome to the Pole Shift News. As usual, big thanks to those people that are supporting us. And I had a message in one of the comment sections on one of the videos the other day, and the person said, the reason why I'm supporting you on Patreon is because you do a little bit more than just talk about these issues. You're actually proactive. You're building these devices to, monitor the situation. And it's true, but it wasn't always the case. 4 years ago, we didn't even have the Trimag system up and running. Now we're monitoring the magnetic heading where the magnetic pole is, quote, supposed to be in between these two high intensity regions that you can see. I've overlaid Trimag just above England, but as you know, I'm in central England, but it just gives you an idea on this map what we're tracking right now and what we're going to be tracking in the not too distant future. Hopefully by the end of this month we could have Mag 1, Mag 2 and 5 and 6 actually in place. That's what I'm aiming for. Hopefully we'll have all these built by around about the 20th of this month, 20th of February. And as you can see on this map where we're going to be placing these magnetometers, so we want to be just on the fringe of around 50,000 nanoteslas to 6, so that we can catch that in the Siberian region, that high intensity region where it's in the 60,000 nanotesla range. What we want to do is catch that as it comes closer towards these magnetometers. So as you can see, they're going to be placed just south of the Russian border, or actually in China, north of the border. We've got Mag 3 and Mag 4 over in that region. Mag 5 and Mag 6 will be west and east coast of Australia, mid Australia, and Mag 1, Mag 2 will be magnetometer 2 will be in Virginia, and we're hoping to get one in Los Angeles or around about that region. Mag 7 is still up for debate. Someone did say that they could get us into the Falkland Islands. If they can, that's absolutely great. If not, we can always go as close to that intense region over in the southern hemisphere as we can. So guys, I've put a little video together just showing you the completed magnetometer 1 that we've got built. Like I say, there's another 7 to build. I'm going to build a couple of spare ones as well. I might, as you can see, M7 and M8 on the map is really in the region of the low intensity or the anomaly called the South Atlantic anomaly, which is the region which has got the least intensity of magnetism on the planet. So failing to get one as close to that region as you can see on the map, lower South Hemisphere, towards the left hand side of the chart, if we can't get one to cover that intensity there, we'll just track the low intensity or the South Atlantic or mid-Atlantic anomaly. So guys, I'll run the video. You can see where we're getting on with the first magnetometer that we've built, programmed and calibrated. There's been a bit of work involved in that because it's not just the assembling of the parts. I'm having to make this as simple as possible so that when people get these magnetometers, they're going to get a copy of the program and they're going to have to calibrate it in a conversation, perhaps over Skype with me. I'll be there helping them and telling them exactly what to do. But in order to do that, you have to make it so simple that even a 3-year-old could do it. So that's what I'm having to do. I'm just going to have dead basic instructions that this is the part of the program that's got to be adjusted, and it's only a matter of just increasing the numbers or decreasing the numbers from anything from 500 to 0. But it's fine-tuning the magnetometer so that we set it at around about 100 microteslas, and then from on, if it starts to go up in the strength, then we know that these high intensity regions over Canada and Siberia and over the Antarctic are coming up towards the magnetometers, and they're in the path. And as you can see, we're monitoring both sides of the high intensity region as it comes towards the magnetometers, or as is the case in Canada, as it leaves the magnetometers. So guys, we have the first of the magnetometers completed. It's been programmed, and as you can see, the light flashing there indicating that we're getting a packet of data from the magnetometer chip at the front of the box, recording data. And we've set it at 1 second intervals, and that's just so that we can gather a large amount of data and just test the whole thing's running and that it is capable of holding it on the SD card. So it's been running now for a good 12 hours with no problems at all. As you can see, I've got a little magnet in the front of it, and the reason for that is when we look at the serial data coming out of the serial lead from the magnetometer, we can see that it's reading 138 microteslas. And if I just bring the magnet a bit closer, you'll see that that'll increase. And if I take the magnet, I'll just show you where I've brought the magnet. If I take the magnet away, those numbers decrease. And the other thing I've been doing is testing calibration of the unit. So what I've done is I've put in the program a method of controlling the benchmark, so to speak, of where we want to start from. And I think we're going to start from around 100 microteslas. So we'll calibrate all these magnetometers when they get to the destination at 100 microteslas, and then if it goes up in strength, we know that the high intensity regions, say for instance at this moment now in Siberia and Russia, we've got a real large intensity of magnetism, and if we put these in China, what we're going to see is as the magnet comes closer, if I just show you what we're on at the moment, so we're going to see on the data as the high intensity region starts to come closer, we'll start to see the nanoteslas increasing. And the good thing about this is it's date time stamped, so we can see at exactly what point it increased, how much it increased by, and we can then gather, work out the distance that it's moving over time. So guys, before I end the video, I want to just mention that little comment I had again, and say thank you to that person. They know who they are. And what they were saying is pretty much, you don't just talk about this, you actually do something. You're proactive in it, you're actually building something. But guys, these patrons over here and the people that support us on PayPal are equally proactive. They want to see what's going on with the world. They want to know what will happen and when it will happen. And it is only through doing something like what we're doing now, this crowdfunding project, we're going to get those answers. So we have got 20,000 people on YouTube, but as you can see, 140 of them are here on Patreon, and you can support this for less than $1, guys. You can support it for just $1, and that don't buy you anything, does it? As you know, you could become 41, 42, 43 patron, 143 patrons if you want. It's there, the link's down there in the comment section, and if you want to support us on PayPal, equally the link's there. But it is a project, I think, and I hope you will agree with me, worth supporting. And just look where we've got it to right now, guys. We are about to put magnetometers pretty much all around this world, and compile the data. And the whole point of doing this is so that we can get a heads up as to when something is likely to change, because we've seen what's happened as the magnetic poles have migrated through the strong field lines. But what we haven't seen, and we might just be on the cusp of that right now, of seeing what happens when they go into the weak field lines. And when they do, things pick up a lot more quicker. And if we just think back about what has happened whilst they've been travelling through these strong field lines very slowly, over the last 30 years, weakening of the magnetosphere by 20 to 25%, and all the weather anomalies that we've witnessed, we can only expect this to pick up pace and magnitude when them poles go into those weak field lines, because they don't hang about like I've showed you in experiments before. So I'm hoping that, you know, you guys do appreciate what we're trying to do on this channel, and, you know, I can only thank those guys for coming on board, the 140 patrons and the people that support us on the PayPal as well. So, you know, the links are both down there, guys. Support the project. It's about to just explode with data, and, you know, in that there's going to be a little bit more work for me. I'm not going to be just processing the data off the TriMag system, which gives us, like, you know, 500,000 readings or more every month, as well as the magnetosphere strength sensor that we've got monitoring, you know, the decaying strength of the magnetosphere. But now we're going to add these, you know, 6 to 8 more magnetometers around the world, and it's going to require a little bit more processing. So if you want to support us, guys, you know, the links are there, and I can only thank those people from the bottom of my heart that have been you know, staying with it, supporting us to this point. Wouldn't have got here without those people. It would be nice to see a few more, if the 20,000 subscribers that we've got actually, you know, participating and not just watching, you know, like I do. You know, I don't just talk about this, I actually build things and, you know, put them out there and get the data back to you guys. So with that, I'll say what I usually do. Have a great week, and bye for now.